Hello and welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my top 5 academy players at Manchester United that I believe could potentially break into the first team next season if given the chance. So this is the top 5 most promising young players in my opinion at Manchester United. Now, as we've seen under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that academy players have broken into the team and he has given minutes to young players. He cleared out a lot of deadwood like Sanchez, Lukaku, which has given more chances to the likes of Greenwood, and even Chong's had a few chances, and a lot of other young players at Manchester United. So we know that youth players can break into the squad and Solskjaer likes to give them a chance. For example, with Mason Greenwood, he's played quite a lot this season. He's got 12 goals for the first team, 4 assists. He's been doing pretty brilliant. 16 starts, 12 goals, 4 assists. To be exact, he's pretty much broken into the first team, and the likes of Brandon Williams. Now, Brandon Williams, not many people actually knew who he was. He didn't go on pre-season tour. He wasn't being the ones talked about. It was always Chong, Greenwood, gomes we talked about breaking into the squad this time last year. But Brandon Williams broke in and played regularly and almost kicked Luke Shaw out of the team. So it proves that almost anyone in that Manchester United youth academy, if they're given the chance and they take it well, can break into the first team. There's a little bit of luck with first team injuries, but if they play well at academy level and they take their chance, they can break into the first team. So I'm not going to be including Mason Greenwood and Brandon Williams in this video because I feel like they've already broken into the first team. I'm not going to be including Angel Gomes because I feel like he's going to leave this summer, and I'm not going to be including Axel Tuanzebe because he's 22, he's been on loan at Villa, and I don't really see him as an academy player anymore. So the first player I want to talk about is Dylan Levitt, but before I get into Dylan Levitt, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football if you're new, so you don't miss daily Manchester United content from me. Now, this list is in no particular order. I'm just going through 5 youth academy players that I think break into the squad, and Dylan Levitt is a great young player. He's a 19-year-old midfielder. He's recently turned 19. He's made an appearance on Manchester United first team in the Europa League against Astana, and for me in that game he was the man of the match. Him and Dylan Levitt and Garner were brilliant in the midfield against Astana. Even though we didn't win, they were the 2 most impressive players for me. And I actually thought Levitt was the best player on the pitch when we played Astana. I was really impressed with Dylan Levitt. He was a lot of people's man of the matches. You know, he's been brilliant at youth level this season, Dylan Levitt. He's training with the first team a lot, so he's getting a lot of experience. He's actually training with the Welsh first team. Ryan Giggs rates him very highly, which I'll get into. He trains a lot with the Welsh first team, and Ryan Giggs, when it's a less important game, is looking to give him a run in the Welsh team, and he has only had 1 first team appearance at Manchester United, showing how highly he is rated by Welsh, and the Manchester United coaches again rate him very highly. In 12 Premier League 2 appearances, Dylan Levitt actually has 3 goals and 4 assists from midfield. That's 7 goal contributions in 12 games from midfield, and he's a box-to-box midfielder, showing that he's not just a passer, and he's sort of known for being kind of Paul Scholes like. He's not big and physical, he's small, he's a great passer, but he also contributes goals and assists from midfield. There's rumours that he could go out on loan, and I think a loan would probably benefit him. He's got to either be going out on loan or getting a few first team games in, because I've been really impressed with him, and he's one that I rate very highly myself. Ryan Giggs says he has a great mentality. When he's watching him train for Wales, he's always one of the best in training. He's got the right head, which is also brilliant because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's not just skill, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants players with the right mentality, the right head, a hard-working mentality. And from what Ryan Giggs has said about him, he fits that. Ryan Giggs also said he thinks Dylan Levitt will go on to achieve big things at Manchester United if given the game time. He also helped them get to 2nd in the table at under 23s level. Now, the next player I'm going to talk about is Taith Chong. Now, Taith Chong's been given a few chances and he's looked poor in some games, but I think in his last 2 or 3 games he's looked really good. He's actually signed a new contract at Manchester United. He has 2 assists in Europa League this season, and you know what, he's going to be 21 in December, so this is his season where he either needs to break into the Manchester United team or go on loan and have a really impressive loan spell, or his time could be over. Now, he's brilliant at youth level. He's one of our best players at youth level over the last few years. But unlike Greenwood, he hasn't quite been able to bring it to the first team. However, he's got a bit more experience under him. Going in after the break, could he rise? He's going to be 21. I think he'd really benefit from a loan spell, but you know, he's either got a break in this year or he's got to go out on loan. But he's been brilliant at youth level, Taith Chong, and he has 2 assists in the Europa League, and I think he's been quite impressive. He plays very well with the likes of Greenwood and Gomes when they play together, so I think we just needed to get him more used to our first teamers, and he could be very impressive. Now, he actually has 5 goals and 5 assists in 6 Premier League 2 games. That's 10 goal contributions in 6 games in Premier League 2, showing how good he is at youth level. And I think, you know, he's getting to that age where he really needs to like step up to the next level, and I think he can do that. I do think a loan spell would maybe benefit him more, But I think this season coming, so not the end of this season, but next season, is where we'll see what the kind of player Chong is, and I think we'll learn from that. Now, for the next player, I'm going to go into centre-back, and that is Mengi. Now, he is recently turned 18, Taith Mengi, and I think out of all our centre-backs in the youth academy, he's the one I'm most excited to see. I know we've got a lot, but this guy is only 18. He's been breaking into the under-23s. He's been brilliant in the youth club. He travelled to Astana with the squad. You know, he's been training with the first team. You know, he's getting some experience. And I think out of all our centre-back prospects, this guy's the most exciting. For 18 years of age, he's really mature. I think everyone at Manchester United knows this guy's got something special about him. And I think, you know what, if a youth player's going to break in, as much as we've got the likes of Mctomminay and Bernard, I feel like I can see Taith Mengi, because as Greenwood proved, you can be 17, 18 and still break into the squad. And I just really highly rate Mengi. I think he's getting experience training with the first team. He's been brilliant in the FA Youth Cup games, which is really telling, because FA Youth Cup's quite a high level in terms of youth. He's been breaking into the under-23s. I could see Taith Mengi playing a bit for Manchester United next season. Now, Laird, he again played against Astana, was pretty impressive. This guy can play left back and right back. I think he's one of our most exciting youth prospects coming through. If Dalot leaves, I can definitely see him getting a few chances, but I think with Wan-Bissaka, Williams and Shaw, he's got to push a little bit to break in that position. But if it's some injuries or if Dalot leaves, I can definitely see Laird getting a chance, because he was impressive when he played against Astana. He's been impressive in the youth academy. He's rated very highly by the coaches. He's been included in a few matchday squads. He trains with the first team. As long as he can stay fit, I think he'll definitely be given a chance. And like Brandon Williams, he got given a chance and took it. I can see if Laird gets a chance and he takes it, there could be more to see of him. But again, he's a player I rate highly. And the fifth and final player is, I thought about Hannibal, but I feel like he's just a bit too young, and I can maybe see him getting 1 or 2 appearances at the end of next season, but I think the following season is where he'd break him. I'm going to go with James Garner, Jimmy Garner. Now, there's a lot of talk of him going on loan next season, which I think will be good for him. But I think out of our youth academy players after Greenwood, Jimmy Garner is the most exciting for me. He's just been amazing at under-23s level, Premier League 2 level at the reserves. He's got like 8 goals in like 10 games from like CDM and centre mid in the Premier League 2, which is insane, especially considering he's a midfielder. He's got a great eye for a pass. Again, he's young still, and he's been doing well in the under-23s team consistently for a year. He played against Astana, was brilliant. He's had a few 13 games, unlike the others on this list. Well, him and Chong have had a few games. I think he's been impressive in all of his games. He hasn't been quite 10 out of 10 impressive, but he's done the job. And I think whenever I've seen James Garner, he's not putting in bad performance. I think he's a player that either needs some more chances or would benefit from a loan. But for me, they're the 5 players that I rate highly at the most highly at Manchester United right now, and think are most likely to break into the first squad next season. Is there a player that you really rate at the Manchester United Youth Academy level that you think I missed? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this player and thoughts on these players in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, please smash that like button. Subscribe down below if you have not already. Comment your thoughts, share this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.